All right, everybody. Welcome back to another random J-Ride Flips QB eBay question and answer. Haven't done one of these for a minute since before my trip to Hawaii. So just wanted to hop on, say hi to everybody. If you guys have any questions about eBay, business in general, or my personal life, you can go ahead and put them in the chat and we will get to them. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about something really cool, something really important to me, and that is why I have a YouTube channel. Why am I here on YouTube talking about eBay? So there are three major reasons why I'm on eBay for you guys. And then there are two major reasons why I'm sorry, I meant to say YouTube. There are three major reasons why I'm on YouTube for you guys. And then there are two major reasons why I'm on YouTube for myself. The three reasons that I'm on YouTube for you guys is much more important, because if I deliver on these three things, then the byproduct of that will just result in the two things that I want for myself. So I'm truly here on this YouTube channel for you guys. There's three major pillars why. The first pillar is I want to grow and positivify, if that's a word, the eBay community. I want there to be a place on YouTube and Instagram and within eBay where we all are a community that support each other and help each other. And I want it to be more of a positive place. I believe that the eBay community is already a fairly positive place. There's a couple outliers that are negative on the platform and here on YouTube, but as a general rule, I think that the core of the eBay community is actually very, very positive. You can see that, for instance, on the Nurse Flipper, her channel. The Nurse Flipper is an extremely awesome channel. I know she's a ton bigger than I am, so I don't even need to shout her out. I'm sure the majority, if not all of you, know of her and are subscribed to her. But I think it's Tuesday night, they do a live where they have a panel of her and then 1 to 3 other resellers, and they all just talk about what's going on in the community. They have a huge question and answer, and they just talk amongst each other about how awesome the platform is, some of the pitfalls, some of the things going on. And it's just a very positive thing, which is awesome. And there's usually 400 to 1,000 people at any given moment in those live streams. So it just shows that there's a really solid core community here of eBay resellers in here. So I want to grow that even further, and I want to make it an even more positive place. A way that we can do that is by answering each other's questions, supporting each other, talking to each other, and shouting each other out. One of the big YouTubers that I really admire and appreciate is Harry Tornado. Harry Tornado is always referencing Osborne to Thrift, another really awesome reseller. He pushes people to his channel all the time, helping him out. He references a ton of different other eBayers and YouTube eBay resellers. And he takes the time to really reach out to people. So him and I have had a few very brief conversations on Instagram, not because I'm a YouTuber, but because I reached out to him when I only had like 200 subscribers. And I asked, hey, I've noticed that I asked just a simple technical question about YouTube. And he answered it that night. And he could have just very briefly answered it and moved on. But he actually gave me a full paragraph explanation, which was super appreciated. And that just goes to show that he's a really positive guy affecting the community in a really positive way, and I hope to do that as well. Another YouTuber that does that is Commonwealth Flipper, really cool guy. I've also talked with him on Instagram. We've connected a little bit. And during his shows, he's constantly shouting out other YouTubers. He's really trying to give positive, good content about eBay. So that's my goal here. One of my goals is to grow and leave a more positive outlook on the eBay and just reselling, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, flea markets. I want to grow and to make it even more positive, the reselling community. If you guys have any questions or comments about how we can do that, go ahead and put them in the chat. The second reason why I have this YouTube channel, you guys have heard me say this 1,000 times, and I'm going to keep saying it. I truly want to provide extreme value for you guys. I want to give you guys more value than you give me, because you guys do give me a ton of value already. I mean, I get paid for views on YouTube. every time you guys watch little ads. I also have memberships that many of you guys have joined, which just shocks me. I'm super grateful for that. And I also have affiliate links and things like that. And I get to meet a lot of you guys and rub shoulders with you guys and have conversations. So I get a ton of value from you guys, but I want, if possible, to give you guys more value than I receive from you. I think that that's just a general rule that I try to practice in my life. With my wife, when I'm with my wife, I want to give her more value than she's giving me. It's extremely hard because she's such an amazing person and it's impossible to keep up, but I do my best. I've actually been recognized a few times in thrift stores by people who know me as J Ride Flips, and it's really awesome. I love that. And I hope every time I meet those people, I try to slow down what I'm doing, actually have a conversation with them and try to provide that value, because that's why I'm here on YouTube. So why shouldn't I be that in real life as well? So if you guys ever see me in real life, stop me, say, hey, ask some questions, and we'll get onto it. The third reason why I've started this YouTube channel is I want people to make X amount of money per month or per year. I thought when I started, I was going to be focusing on helping people go full-time on eBay, which is one of my goals. And the majority of my subscribers want to go full-time on eBay, like at least 51%. I'd say about 65%. But there's a good chunk of my subscribers that just want to make enough to go on some vacations, or enough to pay some bills, or enough to support their family. There's a lot of different people that want to make different amounts of money. And so the third reason why I have this YouTube channel is try to help other people do that. I've made it full-time on eBay and have made a really good amount of money every single month very quickly. And I would love to be able to help people speed up that process and get there quickly as well. So those are the three reasons why I have started this YouTube channel. I want to grow the eBay community and make it a more positive and awesome place where we all support each other. I want to give extreme value to you guys via videos, via information, and all that good stuff. And then third, I want to also help you guys go full-time, help you guys make a certain amount of money. I want you guys to hit your goals, and I would love to be able to help you guys do that. Now, the two reasons why I have made the YouTube channel for me, we already briefly talked about it. I want to make some money. So having this YouTube channel is another stream of income for me. And the more subscribers that I have, the more views that I have, the more people that use my links and join the membership, the more money I make and the more time I'm able to actually spend on creating better content on YouTube. Right now I'm launching 25 listings every day, Monday through Sunday. I've actually dialed that back down to 20 so I can focus on YouTube a little more. And I would actually like to get to a place where I'm listing between 15 and 20 every single day, and then making really, really high quality content on YouTube. The second reason why I have this YouTube channel is also because, now, I don't know how to say this in a way that comes across as genuine, but I just really want people to live life to the fullest and be happy and experience joy here. I just live such an incredible, amazing, happy life. I truly do. Like, some people say the happiest people are like the saddest on the inside. Like, that's just never resonated with me. I'm just so happy, and I just want so many other people to be happy like me. And I feel like if I can continue to grow on YouTube, I can help more people via information, via inspiration, things of that nature. So I really want to be able to, I don't know, just feels like it's been a calling throughout my life. I always knew that I would somehow be giving information to a lot of people. I never thought it would be about reselling, but I'm really glad to be here. And yeah, that's why I've started this YouTube channel. I really, really want to increase the community, make it a better place. I really want to give extreme value, and I really want to help you guys make your monetary goals. So that's my little spiel. 9.5 minutes. It's a little longer than usual. I don't know. I'm just very passionate about this YouTube channel. I knew I would be, but I had no idea it would be like this. So I'm really excited, guys. We have mostly people saying, hey, we don't really have any questions in the chat yet. So if you guys have any questions about eBay, about business in general, or any personal questions, you want to get to know me a little better, go ahead and ask them. Also, if you guys have any tips on how I can strengthen the eBay community, how I can give extreme value, and how I can help you guys go full time or make the amount of money you'd like to, You can also put those in the chat. I would love any feedback. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into these questions. I just did a full 2 days of thrifting up north in northern Utah, from Springville to Layton. Tons of thrift stores, tons of awesome stuff. I think I ended up getting about, I don't know, 250 items, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I'm going to count everything out and I'm going to make a video on it. I might make several videos on it. I'm going to show you guys how much I spent, how many items I got, how much I'll profit, all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys can be entertained and educated at the same time. I think it'll be a pretty cool video. But yeah, my mind has just been on fire driving back from northern Utah. I have all these ideas of how I'm going to accomplish, especially those 3 things that I started this YouTube channel for. I just have a ton of ideas. I listen to a lot of really good podcasts that talk about YouTube and video creation, came up with a few tips and things that'll help my videos do a little bit better and help you guys enjoy them a little more. So I don't know. I'm on fire right now. My mind is just, it's ready to expand and teach. So if you guys have any questions at all, throw them in the chat and we will get to them. I am super pumped right now. So let's go. GW, USA. Oh yeah, let's go. I love America. Tara says, hi, how's it going? Hola. Tara says she's cool. I think she was referencing to the nurse flipper that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, the nurse flipper is awesome. Bella Resale says, hello, fellow flippers. How's it going, Bella? You're super supportive of the channel. And I also always see you on Dixon's Pickens channel. I see you across the eBay community sphere. So thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me and everybody else. Awesome to have you around. Are you back from Hawaii already? I sure am. It was an awesome trip. I'm excited to be back. Excited to get back to work. I'm a weird person that really enjoys work. So I loved being in Hawaii. And now I also love being back to work. So good lifestyle balance that eBay provides for me. I love it. Tara says, love all your knowledge. I have failed many times reselling and I keep trying but struggle. I'm here to try again. That's what I'm talking about. So hopefully I don't get on too big of a tangent here, but this is also something that I'm passionate about. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a component of it. So we need to fail to succeed. We need to fail to progress. I always hear on podcasts of millionaires and billionaires how they have done so many businesses and a bunch of them have been complete and utter failures and they learned from them and made better businesses. And that is true with me. I have started a ton of businesses. A ton of them have done really well. A ton of them have done all right. And a bunch of them have completely flopped. And I learned a lot from those. And luckily I was able to learn them as a single guy, not providing for a family. So I didn't have to really super worry about not providing for someone else, just worry about affecting myself. And so I've learned a lot from those failures. And I'm going to continue to fail. I'm going to continue to learn. I still continue to make mistakes in my eBay business. I want that to be super transparent and clear. I make bad buys here and there. I don't have the best titles sometimes. Every once in a while, I'll copy a listing and I don't notice that it says new in the title. And so I post something that's used as new, and then that turns into a big old fiasco sometimes. I make mistakes all the time too. I fail all the time too, but it's what you do from and after the failures that really make you a success. You cannot succeed without failure. So keep failing, man. Like I said, I'm kind of on fire right now and mine's going everywhere. I coach a rugby team and I don't anymore. I used to. I didn't coach them this year, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to get back to it soon. But I always give the same speech every year. I give the same speech before every single game. Well, just the same tip before every game. But every year when the season starts, I always tell my boys, I want you guys to fail. I want you guys to not be afraid to commit a penalty. Because we're in America. Rugby isn't huge. If you go to any given football field or baseball field, those kids have been playing since they were 4. Rugby, the average kid that was on my high school team started playing rugby their 8th grade or freshman year. So they've only been playing a couple years, or sometimes this is their first year by the time they get to me. So I tell them, hey, go out and make mistakes. Go out and get penalties, learn from them. Don't be afraid to make mistakes because it's only going to teach you how to be a better rugby player and how to be a better athlete. And then right before every game, I look at my boys and I say, all right, guys, let's go out there and let's make some mistakes. And honestly, I feel like that's the best advice I can give to athletes and also to entrepreneurs trying to make more money. Just go out there and make mistakes, try to get better every single day, because you can't get better without those mistakes and failures. So there's another little rant. What types of videos are you actively working on? Will you be guest again on anyone's channel soon? Will you be hosting anyone? So right now, I've been doing more traveling in the last 2 weeks than I have recently. So I've learned a lot over the last couple of weeks about how to manage my time on eBay and YouTube and my employees and all that good stuff. So I have a lot of videos in the works. A bunch of people are requesting a how to ship baseball and golf ball bats video. So that'll be coming up. I just barely sourced a few hundred items on Thursday and today that I'll be making a huge or several bigger videos about. I think there's some good content in there, so I'm excited to produce those. There's this guy, his name is Aaron. He does the reseller newsletter. He's going to be interviewing me, and so that should be a fun time. I also have a few interviews and podcasts in the works with other resellers that I want to have on my channel, and that they want to have me on their channel, which, going back to my opening monologue, I guess we'll call it, I love to be on those podcasts and interviews, and I love to invite other people to my podcast and my interviews because that really helps the community. So yeah. And then there was a couple questions in here. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, that's what's up right there. Flipping from the trailer again. I love the username. What's up? Did you see eBay earnings in their statements that they were focused on promoted listings, adaptions, and essentially that they will be continuing to be focused? What do you think about this? Yeah, I did see that. A lot of you guys know that I am invested in eBay, so I get their detailed quarterly reports. They are focusing on promoted listings because it's one of the easiest ways to make money. This is a very unpopular opinion, but I think that eBay's standard fees could be increased. And so this is actually more like, I don't want to say a gift from eBay, but this is an opportunity for them to let you choose if you would like to have more traffic by increasing your promoted listings, or if you'd like to continue to just keep the benefits of having their, what I perceive as low rates and fees for sales. So yes, they are focusing on that. Yes, they will continue to focus on that because it makes them a ton more money, and it keeps them in a cash flow state where they can give their investors dividends, and they can continue to use that money as well to grow and expand their businesses. So yeah, I think it's the right call for them from a business perspective, and it's something that we can utilize as sellers. If you want more sales and premium traffic, you should be using promoted listings. I have a video or two on it. I know I did a podcast within the group on it, but yeah, I'll make some more videos on the promoted listings. I think that people should be using them. Chris says, how much time do you spend tracking for tax purposes? I have a really good accountant. So I spend not a lot of time on taxes whatsoever. I usually do everything in January. Just everything. So I don't spend a lot of time doing taxes. Switched to a business account 6 days ago. Sales went completely cold until today, and only one sale today. Any idea what happened and what should I do? Yeah. Sometimes that just happens. I don't think it's correlated with you going to a business account. I think for just whatever reason, you may have had a slower week. It's possible with the back end algorithmic and data side of things that there was some sort of small things going on, but I think that you just got to keep showing eBay, hey, I'm here every day. I'm shipping as often as I can. I'm listing as often as I can, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So what should you do? I would just continue to keep doing the basics of getting as much profitable and fast selling inventory, listing them for good prices, focusing on your titles, and then listing every day and shipping as much as possible. Julie, how's it going? I see your name here in my on my channel a lot. Good to have you back. It says, how do you record your activities such as travel costs and product costs efficiently for profit analysis and tax purposes? Yeah, so I just have I've talked about this card before. Oh, my wallet's in another room. I have the Chase Business Inc. Preferred. Every single time I make a purchase or a transaction related to my business whatsoever, I use that card. And that card actually tracks all my spending, and then it automatically puts it into categories. Oh, this is how much you'll write off for shipping expenses. This is how much you'll write off for shipping materials. This is how much you'll write off for your inventory and cost of goods. This is how much you'll write off for your subscriptions. This is how much you'll write off for your retail space and lease, if I have one. This is how much, So having that business card is a huge time saver in business in my life, and blessing in my life. All I do is I show my accountant my credit card transaction, and then he asks me, hey, did you buy any sheds that you didn't use the card for? Did you go on any vacations while you were thrifting that you didn't use the card for? Did you have any employees that you didn't pay with a credit card? Obviously I do. And then we just go over, taxes is, it can be very simple. And I'm not a tax accountant. I am not a financial guru, even though I love to give financial entertainment and advice. I don't pay a lot of taxes because I'm invested in real estate, and I'm going to start buying more rental properties. And then because of depreciation of homes, I'm able to write off $100,000 per home every year. So if you're only making $300,000 profit per year, but you have 3 houses that you rent out, you pay 0 taxes. That's how, like, a lot of people bag on celebrities, especially like Donald Trump, because he doesn't pay a lot of taxes. It's because he has a real estate company that he rents out all of his buildings and all of his houses, as do I, and I'll be continuing to expand that portfolio. If you guys have other questions about this, we can talk about it as much as you'd like to in a separate video or this video, or I can even make a video for it. But yeah, if you guys can make enough money to get, I don't know, maybe I'll make a different YouTube channel called J-Ride Finance and talk about real estate and things like that, because it's not illegal whatsoever. The IRS is in full support of it. All you got to do is get rental units, depreciate the home $100K every single year. And but you have to keep buying new homes every year. So you can buy 2 rental units every year and write off $100,000 from each unit, and then just continuously keep doing that. And you'll never pay more than $10,000 a year in taxes ever again, even if you're making $500,000, $1 million a year. After that, you got to start paying a ton more because you can't, it's harder to keep up. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about real estate or finance, or if you guys think I should make a separate YouTube channel about it, I've actually thought about starting a company called J-Ride Media. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Like I said, my brain's been on fire all day today thinking about ideas and stuff, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But I want to make a company called J-Ride Media. I want to continue this channel forever. I'd like to do a J-Ride Finance channel. And then I'd also like to do a J-Ride Ball channel where I talk about basketball, specifically the NBA. I love the Utah Jazz. I hate the Lakers. I hate the New York Knicks. I love the Mavericks. I just love NBA, so I consider doing a channel on that as well. But yeah, I'm rambling, so let's go on to the next question. What do you recommend if items are scarce near me? This is my issue. I can never find anything around me. This has been my issue my whole eBay career. I've only been doing this for about 2 years, but I only have one really good thrift store next to me that I go to every single day. And then I have a few small ones outside of that. So the answer to that was I had to start traveling more. So I had to start going to more cities. I had to start scheduling more days to drive 6 hours away to source, to drive 3 hours away to source. And I've had to do that. Plus, I've learned how to source online. And someone asked me, what other videos am I working on? I'm also going to be making a video on how to buy things cheap on eBay to resell them for a profit on eBay. Will an eBay store really make a difference in sales? Not really. The only reason why you should get a store is because when you don't have a store, you pay insertion fees. And then once you are paying more than $6 worth of insertion fees, I would get the basic store. And then once you're paying more than $29 in insertion fees every month, because every 30 days your items relist and they charge you 10 cents, and then they relist and they charge you 10 cents, relist, charge you 10 cents every 30 days. So if you have 1,000 items, then every 30 days you're getting charged 10 cents times 1,000, $10. So if you don't have a store already, but you have 1,000 items, it's actually more cost efficient to have a basic store where you're only paying $5 a month and you have free insertions instead of paying the 10 cents times 1,000. Does that make sense? So, and it doesn't, like, honestly, I don't think it really helps with views and sales. Like my cousin, every once in a while, he'll just sell his Nikes, and he doesn't have a store. And if he has good Nikes, they sell really fast. So yeah, I don't think a store is essential to sell items, but I do recommend getting a store because it gives you coupons and promotions and best offer and on all those things. And it's just a positive signal to eBay that you're here to play ball and here to run a good business. So I think it goes a long way in that aspect as well. So people are having a conversation in the chat. Looks like you guys are asking a ton of questions. That's so awesome. Keep it up. I love to just sit here on lives and answer questions. So keep them up. Lori says, hi, are you planning on perhaps using AI with your business? Thanks a bunch for your teachings. Yeah, I use AI every single day for my YouTube. I have vidIQ that has an AI attachment already. And then I use ChatGPT every single day of my life. I'm constantly asking ChatGPT questions to learn. And then I also use it for my YouTube business. I don't really use it for my eBay business just because I've kind of got that down pat. And I'm not really looking to grow a ton on eBay. I've heard that from a psychological standpoint, people don't actually like learning from Jeff Bezos unless they're a couple steps behind Jeff Bezos. People that are at A don't want to learn from someone that's at Z. People that are at A want to learn from someone who's on step B or C. So you can say, hey, I just made it to step B. Here's how I did it. Here's how you can do it too. People would much rather learn from someone that has a 3,000 item store than someone that has a 40,000 item store because I want to continue to be relatable and make a ton of money. So my plan right now is to do 20 items a day on eBay for the rest of my life. I can do that in under an hour. And so I can just focus 1 to 5 hours a day on sourcing, depending on how many sourcing videos I want to make. And then just 1 hour listing items. And then I have I have several employees that clean and ship items. And so all I have to do is wake up in the morning, take care of customer service and launch items, and then go source, come back, list 20 of them for an hour. And then I'm off to the races with YouTube and affiliate marketing and all that other stuff. So do I use AI for my eBay business? I do not, because I've already kind of streamlined that to a point where I want it. And I don't necessarily want it to grow. I always want things to be growing, but I'm not looking to aggressively grow my eBay business. I'm more looking to grow my YouTube business. If that answered your question. Yeah, I am really going off on tangents. 1 day left until I'm full-time. Love to hear it, Dragon Hero. You gave me some real great words of encouragement last live, but ended before you got to read that. It really meant a lot to me. Thanks, man. I'm really, like I said, I want my third reason that I'm here is to help you guys go full-time or to help you guys make a certain amount of money. And the second reason why I'm doing this for me is to help you guys be happy and to hear comments like that. So thanks, man. Thanks a lot. J-Ride, seen you in a Harry Tornado chat the other night. Yep, I asked Harry Tornado a question on the live, and he answered it, and he gave a pretty good answer, so it's pretty nice. Bella said, I would love to see what you thrifted. Haha, yes, I'm so popular. For real, though, the community is supportive, and I love seeing people go after their dreams, and you are so knowledgeable. Thanks. That's a great comment. Yeah, this is an awesome community, and I'm definitely going to be showing you guys. I'm going to really take my time on this video. I've been studying other channels within this niche of how they do sourcing and haul videos. So I'm hoping to be able to replicate that with my own J-Ride twists. And then I've been watching a lot of how to grow on YouTube channels, how to make awesome videos. So I'm going to take my time on this one, maybe post it on Saturday, maybe post it on Sunday, probably like Monday or Tuesday of next week, but I'm excited for it. Sending love and positive vibes to everyone. That's what we're here for, man. Thanks. Zach says, great show. What's your advice on purging inventory that doesn't sell in 2 to 3 months? Donate. I do a markdown strategy. I talk about this a lot. A ton of you guys have heard it, so don't click away. I'll describe it briefly again. If I've had an item for 45 days, then I put it on sale for 15% off. If it's still around another 45 days later, then I put it for sale for 20% off, then 25, then 30. And then if it's still in my inventory, then I donate it, or I go to other eBay resellers in my area and say, hey, here's a few items that I have. They have been sitting for a really long time. It's not the greatest inventory, but do you want this whole bucket for $100? It's worth about $1,200. It's just going to take forever to sell. And they're usually like, yeah, let's do it. Fall forward is the only way to go. Learn from mistakes. Hello from Sweden. Love your channel. Thanks so much, Robert S. Robertson. I hear people in Sweden are pretty freaking happy. So that's my goal in life too, is to help other people be happy. Also, yeah, Sweden's a cool place. Thanks for the comment. And I completely agree with it. We got to keep falling forward. As a mainly video game reseller, I've watched dozens of clothing and other videos for information. I'm still overwhelmed and trying to get into clothing. Any advice? So I have 2 videos about reselling men's clothing. They're all right. I would really recommend Thrift a Life. He's really good at what he does. He gives a ton of really good bolos. He goes through how he lists and his process. So Scorpion, I would definitely look into Thrift a Life. It's just Thrift Life on YouTube. Really awesome resource. I've never met him, never talked to him. But yeah, his channel's awesome. Hey y'all, don't forget to like the live stream and get it bumping. Hey, thanks so much. Kayla says, oh, sorry, they're having a conversation. And then Tom, my guy, with a $3 super sticker. The only downfall about streaming on StreamYard is I can't see what the stickers are. So what sticker did you hit me with this time? This is Tom's like 5th time donating $3 to me. You're awesome, Tom. Thank you so much. One of my favorite subscribers, Master Maniac Mexico, says, now there he is. Saludos, ready for the question list. I sure am. Let's see what you got. Unfortunately, my car broke down, so now I'm going to try finding things online, trying to dig myself out of a hole. Yeah, hey, I love that. I love the stories where your back's against a hard place and you just choose to overcome it and get over it. I'll be rooting for you. And if you have any questions, just keep watching my YouTube videos. Reach out to me here on the lives. You can reach out to me on email or via Instagram, and let's get you going. First things first, good to see you, sir. Hey, good to see you too. It's not an increase in fees. It's the increase in percentage. Know the difference, sir. I'm not sure what you're saying to me. I think you're referencing when I was talking about fees later. Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah. Hey, J-Ride and everyone. What's up, Profit Monster? What would be the best wording in the title if you want to sell a variety of things which are related by a topic but not the same items? So this is a very common one for like sporting goods. So like if I have, like, a lot of people will sell a basketball card, a basketball jersey, a basketball, and a bobblehead all in the same. So I would put basketball lot. Even better if it's all of the same team, I would put Utah Jazz basketball lot. So like I think you asked this question a while ago, but I never got to it, about toys. So I would put toy lot, and then if they're vintage, I would put vintage toy lot of 16 action figures, cake toppers, whatever they are, things of that nature. Sorry, I gotta get here. Julie Holt. Wow, with the $15 super sticker, that is the biggest super chat I have ever had. That is so, wow. Thank you so much, Julie. You are awesome. Wow, thank you so much for that. Will someone comment what the sticker was? Was it the avocado? Was it the giraffe? I can't see on this side of things. So yeah, that's how I would do that. If you want to give me more context of what the bundle is, I might be able to give you even more solid information. Okay, it says, thank you. Always appreciate your insight. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Taxes in Mexico are easy, as you know. You just don't pay any. Oh, Mexico. What a wild place. I love Mexico. For those of you that don't know, I lived in Mexico for 2 years as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I know Mexico very well. That sounds amazing. I think he's talking about the taxes. Yep. Did you hear Bed Bath & Beyond is going bankrupt? Do you think it would be a good idea to retail arbitrage while they're liquidating? Yeah, so I love, a part of me that doesn't come out a lot on my channel in these lives is I love trading and investing. I love the stock market. So I'm all over the stock market news. I love to read about it and hear it. I watch this live every morning for about 3 hours about how they go in real time. Oh, this stock is tanking. This stock is going up. Oh, this is what's happening in the CPI report. So I just listen to that. So I always kind of know what's going on. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, that's it's tanking. It just claimed bankruptcy, and yeah, I think it would be an awesome place to source while they're going out of business. They have a ton of other huge corporations knocking at their door to get the majority of their inventory, but they will be placing a lot of things already on the shelves on sale. So it could, I'm not going to say it's going to be, but it could definitely be a really good sourcing opportunity. Do you charge any handling fee with shipping or just shipping? I do a calculated shipping rate that always makes me money. So I know that like if I send a shirt that's 11 ounces anywhere across the United States, it will almost never be over $5. So I charge just under $6. So I always make 48. I always make at least like 18, but usually I make around 60 cents up to $1. And so I guess you could call that handling fee. I have the same problem with you, not much local to shop at. I shop online mostly at Goodwill. It works for me. Sometimes it's a fail. Most of the time it's great. Yep. Yeah, I'm a true believer in sourcing online, especially as we go more and more online as the society progresses. So I'll be doing some videos on how to help people with that as well. But yeah, like I'm not complaining whatsoever. There's just not as, like when I was doing 5 a day, it was easy. Then I started doing 10 a day. And I didn't have as much knowledge. I'm like, oh, this is kind of hard. Then I went to 15. I'm like, oh, this is kind of hard. Then I started doing 20 a day. I'm like, okay, this is, even with the extended knowledge that I have, this is still really hard. So I got to source online and travel more. As someone who started selling books, I loved learning about how Jeff Bezos started off selling used books. Yep, Amazon used to be a used book and new book website. Slowly evolved into what it is today. But yeah, I enjoy learning from Jeff Bezos a lot as well. One of my major morning routines, he calls the putter. You do essentially nothing for the first 10 to 15 minutes of your day. He just kind of reads the newspaper, drinks his coffee. I just kind of look up articles about the NBA, about stocks, and just kind of do things that I super enjoy that aren't necessarily work or task related. And it helps me just kind of fully wake up and get going for the day. So that's something I learned from good old Bezos. Still a little bit scared. LOL. I think you're referencing about going full time. Yeah, it's definitely scary, but you got to just do it, man. And don't be afraid to pick up part-time work if you need to, especially during the summer. eBay reselling can be extremely challenging, but yeah. I believe in you. Let's get that money. Please start a call-in segment. Yeah, I would really like to start a live call-in where you guys hop on these lives with me and I can talk to people individually. So I'll do a little bit of research on how to get into that. So what do you think about cross-listing after talking to Josh? So I have been doing a little bit of research into it. And to be completely honest, I think I'm going to do cross-listing for clothing, but I'm waiting as a YouTube reseller. I'm waiting for List Perfectly or Vendoo or someone to reach out to me to do a partnership program, because I think it would be much better content if I could show you guys, I've never done cross-listing before. I'm going to start with this company, and then we're going to see if it increases my sales, if it increases my productivity, if it does all those things. So I'm just waiting for one of those companies to reach out with me to do a brand deal. And yeah, I'm ready to do it. Let's get rolling. A Rural Squirrel says, hey Rural Squirrel, get ready for a huge shout out coming your way. I'm going to do a video of 10 eBay reseller, 10 eBay YouTubers, 10 reseller YouTubers you should be watching. And you're definitely going to be a part of that list. Not that I have a ton of followers yet, but hopefully you get a boost from that. Pam says, hi all. Good to have you here. Thanks for coming. Jake, are there any Peter Millar items that are not worth picking up when cost of goods of those items are $9? My thrifts here, the other resellers in my area don't know about the brand. Yeah, so I talk about brands a lot. I have a video called the top 20 men's brands or whatever. Not every item from a brand is created equally. I love Tommy Bahama, but there's a bunch of Tommy Bahamas that I pass on. I love Peter Millar, but there are a few Peter Millars that I pass on. There's some standard Peter Millar polos that I get, but if it says summer comfort, definitely a pickup even at $9. But if it doesn't, if it's a Peter Millar polo, it's just like a regular blue one, just a solid blue, no design, no print, it's not summer comfort, I would actually pass on it for $9 for my business. But if you're willing to just make $4, then you'll still make a little bit of money off of it. But just a regular standard Peter Millar polo, in my experience, will sell for maybe $18 plus shipping. But if it's a summer comfort, you can sell those for $25 plus shipping. And if it has any sort of design or a nice striped pattern, it's going to sell for a few dollars more than that. So I wouldn't buy all Peter Millar. I wouldn't buy all Tommy Bahama. I wouldn't buy all Cinch. I wouldn't buy all Travis Matthews, but I would buy most of those brands. So you got to know the different styles that sell for more. You got to know the different prints, the different embroideries, all that stuff when making your decisions. But Peter Millar is almost always a pickup. But $9 for a solid blue polo is a pass for me. They leave it on the shelf all the time. Yeah, so those ones that I was talking about that are nice, that's awesome that they're leaving them on the shelf for you. But yeah, the super, super simple ones, I'd probably stay away from. We're back to Julie Holt's $15 super sticker. That's so rad. Thank you so much. Jake, really good to see you. Did you thrift in Hawaii? Hey, good to see you too, that one guy. I did. I went to one thrift store. I went to one Goodwill, and it was really awesome. I think the lady, the pricer, just really liked me because I picked up 11 shirts. 2 of them were David Donahue dress shirts. The other 9 were vintage Hawaiian shirts. And it said all the button-up shirts were $6.99, which I was super willing to pay for. And then she rung up all of them at $2.49. So I'm like, oh, man, there's a few shirts that I would have picked up if I knew it was $2.50. But yeah, on my vacation, just for the purpose of write-offs and then enjoying the vacation, I went thrifting once for 18 minutes and found 11 really good items for like $28. So in this case, you won't start with the brand. No, with your bundling, no. So I mean, if they were all the same brand, then yeah. If I had 15 iPhones, then I would put Apple iPhone lot of 15. But if they're a bunch of different toys, just give me exactly what you're talking about, and I'll tell you exactly how I would do it, and then I'll explain even further so you can know how to do it with other lots in the future. Number 1 fan from Australia. That's what I'm talking about, Julie. Thank you so much. Do you watch Back from Burnout and Aussie, the Aussie Flipper? Those are the two biggest Australian eBayers that come to mind when I think of Australia. John Doe. Question: would it be worth to pay $40 for a new with tags Peter Millar shirt with MSRP $140? Usually, but again, it depends. So, like, I pick up things that are $140 MSRP that sell for $22 brand new plus shipping on eBay. But Peter Millar is a strong brand, so you can probably get away with that. But again, I would make sure that it has a good style. If it's summer comfort, you check right above the tag, see if it's a summer comfort. But yeah, with a little more context, I could almost say for sure to pull the trigger. There are some instances where you shouldn't, but you're not going to make a ton of profit off that. But if you buy it for $40, you can probably resell it for $89 plus shipping after taxes, fees, all that good stuff. You're probably still going to make like $34 profit, which is awesome. Income tax is voluntary. Look it up. Okay. Finally caught alive. Thanks for being here, Matt. Thank you for all the tips. eBay is really helping me get through my last year of engineering school by taking the stress of money away. Thank you, Jay Rad. You are the man. Engineering school, that's awesome. What kind of engineering are you getting into? Are you going to be like an architect? You can design underwater bridges and do some welding. Are you going to? I'd love to know more. I have a few friends. I had a friend in high school. We called him 35 because he got 35 on the ACT. And he became an engineer, and then I think he switched halfway through into being a medical doctor. So really smart dude. An example, I'm looking to bundle several Batman figures, and toy cars and Batman shirt to be competitive with you. So what I would do is I would put Batman lot of t-shirts, toys, cars, and then I would put any specifics, and then especially in the description I would put even more specifics. But yeah, I would start off with Batman lot for sure. Batman lot of 10 t-shirt, toys, toy car, etc. Really like the video you did breaking down certain men's clothing and other brands to be on the lookout for. Thanks. Those two videos are like my most consistent growers. So a lot of videos I'll release and they'll get like 4,000 views, and then they'll like flatline and just get like 1,000 views a month, which isn't a lot per month. But then my clothing ones, they got like 5,000, and then they've just slowly been getting like 30 or 40 every single day, which is awesome. So it's nice to have those ones. Dave is using Vendu. Yeah, I've heard Vendu is pretty good. I got my hands on a couple of original Audi racing team embroidered shirts. Is there any problem in listing the stuff as it comes with the team member name? Now, a lot of people, don't quote me on this, but a lot of people sell that stuff all the time. So like if you think about it, like I sell Donovan Mitchell jerseys all the time for basketball. I sell RSL jerseys for soccer all the time. So kind of same thing right there. I'm curious about offering shipping worldwide from Central Canada. I got an estimate for my average package size to Australia. Any advice on worldwide shipping? Currently shipped national and US. I wouldn't have really awesome advice for Canada because I don't live in Canada and I don't know eBay Canada super well. But from an American perspective, global shipping is amazing. But I'm not sure if there's additional charges or anything like that on Canada. So unfortunately, my answer to your question is just I don't know. I would reach out to other Canadian resellers and see if they've done it and see what they think about it. And do you think something like this is worth picking in general? This I got gifted. Yeah, anything that references a person that at least 50,000 people know, which professional race car people, millions of people know. So I would pick those up. Like even if, like for example, if I found something that was produced by the Commonwealth Flipper, who only has 100,000 subscribers, like 350,000 people probably know who he is, and you could sell that because 350,000 people know about him. He probably has at least 15,000 super fans, and at least a third of those super fans would be willing to buy something that has his name on it. So that's just an example. But yeah, a professional NASCAR driver from a few decades ago, millions of people know who that person is. So there's always a market for it. Christopher Nutter says, how's it going? It's going great, man. Good to see you here. Thanks for always coming out to the lives. Will you ever refer to the answers of the revalue stream? Ando riéndolo. Yeah. So I've been doing more traveling recently than ever. So I will get to those eventually. Thanks for the comments on those streams. And if you guys want to hear that podcast, you can sign up to be a member just by hitting the join button. Any membership gets you access to the podcast that we're referring to here. Maybe the cashier watches you, LOL. Maybe. Over there in Hawaii, though, I don't know. I don't think I've really reached a Hawaii base yet. Maybe, though. Very new to the business. I took to heart a comment you made about being able to make a business just selling smalls. Besides remotes, what great bread and butter items would you recommend? Yeah, so that video right there, I think I gave a list of like 16 or 17 items. I did 10 kind of more in depth, and then 6 or 7 others right there at the end. So yeah, that's, sports cards, remote controls, sunglasses, calculators, pens, Game Boys, video games, a lot of different stuff. Electrical engineering, that's cool, Matt. Good on you. I'm sure you're a really smart guy. Saludos to Down Under. I did live near Harvey Bay for 2 years in the mid-90s. True blue. Oh, cool. Yeah, Master Maniac Mexico has been everywhere. Germany, Mexico. Sounds like Australia. The Peter Millar shirt has the Florida State mascot on its chest. Okay, so that makes it a tougher sell. But like I said, there's still, how many people have gone to Florida State in the last few years? Hundreds of thousands. So there's still a great market for it, but it'll be a slower sell. So for $40, I might hold off. But if you're willing to wait, I'd do it. That's very Alien 3. They call the assistant warden 85 because his IQ. Dave has Vendu. CWP has list perfectly. CWP. Commonwealth Picker has list perfectly. I think I would go with Vendu because it has a mobile app and you can cross list with your phone. Can you cross list without an eBay store? So I do everything from my eBay business from my phone. So that sounds like a good one to use. I have about 700 NFL, NBA, and MLB jerseys. How would you word a Karl Malone 3XL? Dude, first of all, love Karl Malone. One of the best players ever. Good guy. Well, not necessarily the best guy, but really good basketball player. I would do, is it Nike? Is it Reebok? Is it Adidas? Because I would include that for sure. But here, I just barely sold a 3XL Blake Griffin jersey. So let me show you how I worded that one. And we don't have any more questions. So while I'm looking this up, if you guys have any more questions about eBay, business in general, mindset, if you guys want to make any comments, ask me any questions, go ahead and ask them, and we will get to them. But let me search here, Blake Griffin. So I sold a Blake Griffin shirt. I put Los Angeles Clippers, Blake Griffin, Adidas 3XL Swingman jersey white. So I list jerseys a bit differently than I list normal men's clothing. So you said it's Reebok. So I would do Utah Jazz Karl Malone 3XL jersey, blue, purple, whatever color it is, white. So I would do Utah Jazz Karl Malone Reebok 3XL jersey, blue. That's how I would list it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. According to one of your tips, I lately get into shoes more and more as I mostly sell to you guys in the States. What would the brands you like and what conditions you would look out for? That's a tough question. I don't do a ton of shoes. I actually mostly only focus on dress shoes and then like some Crocs or obviously Doc Martens. So like the huge brands like Doc Martens are good ones to look for, and then Crocs are pretty quick sellers. And then I just normally do dress shoes such as Allen Edmonds, Cole Haans, things like that. Those are the shoes that I look for. eBay US seems to be so different, but seems like $30 can ship any game worldwide. FYI, do you have a rough cost of something you'd ship that's about 8 by 5 by 1 polymailer to a further location from you? Yeah, so the way that the US program works is if I sell something like that, then I would ship it to eBay in Chicago for less than $6. And then eBay would handle all the other customs and fees and all that. So when someone buys something from me through the international shipping program, so a camera, for example, let's say I have a camera listed for $50 plus $587 for shipping. And if someone from China buys that from me, when they buy it, it charges them $31 for shipping. I only pay $5 to ship it to eBay, and then eBay pays the other $24 or whatever to get it through customs and all that stuff to get it to China. So again, I can't answer your Canadian question, but that's what it's like in the US. I just pay $6 for something like that. Have to go. Have a good night, J-Ride. Hey, thanks for being here, flipping from the trailer. You have a good night too. What are a couple of things that you wish you would have known about business in general before getting into business for yourself? Oh, wow. This is an awesome question. These are things I think about all the time. I wish I would have known that focused effort is better than spreaded effort. So especially, I think young entrepreneurs like myself, especially back in the day, I would think, okay, I'm just going to do 5 different projects and that'll make me more money because I'm doing 5 different things. But if I would have I divided 20% into 5 different projects. And if I would have just put 100% of my time into one project, I would have made more money overall. So that's one of the things I wish I would have known about business in general before starting my own businesses, is hyper focus on one business. So like I'm hyper focused on eBay, for example, and then I don't add other businesses to it unless it is directly correlated with my eBay business. Like this YouTube channel, for example, I talk about reselling on eBay. So it's super related to eBay. So it's kind of the same-ish thing. So I'm able to focus my attention on that more. But yeah, having 3 different businesses or 5 different businesses doing a bunch of different things, you end up making less money across all 5 than you would just making a full-time effort in one of them. But yeah, I could keep answering that question forever. I would focus more on human psychology and sales patterns, what makes people tick and think. There's a ton of different ways I could answer that question. And what would you look after excluding any type of sports shoes, because they are all fake here? Yeah, so I'd look for oh dang it. I just got a sale. I was hoping that it was shoes because we're talking about them right now, but it was a coffee maker that sold for $60. But yeah, those are the brands that I would look for, is Doc Marten, Crocs, and then Allen Edmonds and Cole Haan. Those are like the only 4 shoes I really sell. No tan, huh? Did you already talk about the vacation? I'll go back later. Yep, I already talked a little bit about Hawaii. I did not tan at all. I'm a white boy. I'm super pale. So yeah, didn't get a sunburn though. So that's the key there. I do rock, goth, and cowboy boots. Yeah, cowboy boots I do a little bit here and there, only if they're area out though. I've picked up Justin boots and things like that, but I don't really like selling them too much. They're very accessible. Yeah, if they're very accessible to you, I would commit to them. Flock. Do eBay sales typically slow down in the summer? Absolutely. This is my first summer on eBay and have no significant dip. Yep. So that's not just for eBay. That's for all businesses across the board. People spend way more money during Q4 because they're buying things for their loved ones and for their friends for Christmas and other holidays. Then that increase in sales continues through Q1 because the average American gets a tax return and then they spend that money on themselves. And then it kind of shifts and people spend their money on vacations and paying off their credit cards from Q4 and Q3. So sales usually take a significantly drastic dip during Q2 and for a good half of Q3. And then about the 3rd week of September, people start buying for Christmas and for holidays again. So yeah, sales across all e-commerce drop during the summer. I wonder if the global shipping program is only available to eBay stores and not basic sellers. Yeah, I'm not sure on that. James says, at what point did you find it advantageous to hire help and not just sell solo? What factors do you use in your decision? So I use this for all of my businesses, not just eBay. There are 80% of what you do only produces 20% of your income, and 20% of what you do produce 80% of your income. So the 2 things that produce the majority of my income is sourcing and creating YouTube videos. And that's only 20% of my business. The other 80% of my business is listing and shipping and cleaning and processing all of my items. That doesn't make me any money until it actually sells. It does make me money. I have to do that to actually sell it. But once I understand how to do the 80% very well, I hire someone who can do that for me so I can focus more on sourcing and more on making YouTube videos. So that way I can still keep making the money from all those other things. And then I can make even more money doing the 20% of sourcing and making YouTube videos. I hope that made sense. I can clarify it again if I need to. Should I offer international shipping just starting out? Absolutely. In my opinion, yes. There are more sellers outside of the United States than there are inside of the United States. So I think it would be crazy not to open yourself up to those customers, especially when eBay has streamlined it. You aren't, think about it this way. You're new, so think about it this way. You aren't actually shipping anything to Canada or China or Australia. You're shipping things to Chicago, and then eBay is taking care of it from there. Once your item safely arrives in Chicago, you're done. And it might be, if you live in Florida, they might have a different warehouse in a different state. But for me, it's Chicago. Once it has reached Chicago, I'm done. I get my money. Even if there's a return, I don't have to pay them back. eBay does. It's great. So you should definitely turn on international shipping in my opinion. And all you're doing is shipping to Chicago. That's it. Do you think an item would sell faster if the background was basic or extravagant? I only do basic gray backgrounds. I think, in my opinion, you should stick with the basic gray background. It gives a more accurate representation of what the item is, especially if it is used. Can you use a grass background? Sure. Can you take your pictures outside on your back patio? Yeah. You can really list them however you'd like to. Just make sure that people can actually understand that it's a used item and they can see the condition of it. On average, how long does it take an item sit in your store? I have a ton of items that sell instantly. I have a ton of items that sell in 2 weeks. I have a ton of items that sell in 2 months, 100 days, things like that. My average item sells, so before I got into clothing, my store had like a 1.8% sell-through rate. So that means if I had 1,000 items, I was selling 18 every day. And then once I started putting clothes in, it slowed down my sell-through rate. So because I have men's clothing, which is one of the slowest selling categories on eBay, but it's abundant and cheap and easy to find, so it's worth it to list. But because I have more men's shirts, my sell-through rate has slowed a bit. So it usually takes about 100 days on average to sell an item. Also, I wanted to ask, a good friend of mine works at Ross in Indianapolis. He offers to send out clothes to us for free, for example, when they make seasonal changes. Is there any good in this brand? So Ross isn't a brand. So Nike and Adidas and Tommy Bahama, they sell all their clothes at stores. Whatever doesn't get sold at those stores gets shipped to Ross, and then Ross sells them at a discounted price. So they have almost every brand imaginable. Even every once in a while, you'll find also Nordstrom is another one. It's kind of a slightly higher end than Ross. Sometimes you'll find Prada at Nordstrom. So Ross, you're going to get all types of brands. So Ross itself is not a brand. Matt says, how do you go about buying duds? For example, a digital camera that ends up not working during testing. Do you tend to list on eBay as is for parts and try to return, eat the couple dollar loss? Yeah, depending on the camera. So like, for example, I just barely bought a Canon ELPH 180 today. If it works, it'll sell for about $200. If it doesn't work, even for parts, it'll still sell for $50. But then there's a ton of cameras that for parts are only worth $8 or $4. So all of the products in this little, can you see that? All of these products don't work. So once I get a basket like that full, I put all of those items as a broken electronics lot. So I put lot of 38 electronics, and then I'll put Apple, Sony cameras, calculators, and I'll just put them all up as a lot. And I sell them for about I don't know, depending on what's in it, anywhere from $20 to $200. So if the individual item broken is worth at least a good amount, then I put it up for parts. If it's not worth a lot, I'll put it just in a huge lot and ship them all out together. Also, no better feeling than an item selling less than 20 minutes after listing it. Super rewarding feeling. Yeah, that's super awesome. It's awesome to list something and then immediately get a sale. Some people would say, oh, you priced it too low or whatever, you could have gotten more money. But would you rather get $60 right now or $75 in 3 months, you know? So yeah, I agree. Instant sales are awesome. So I'm pretty sure I remember you saying that you're trying to list 37 items a day for an average of 25 days each week. How many items per day do you sell in relation to that? So let me clarify that. Monday through Friday, I draft 37 items so I can launch Monday through Sunday 25 items. Does that make sense? So Monday through Friday, I sit down and I draft 37 items. When I wake up Monday morning, I launch 25 from my draft bank. Same on Tuesday, same on Wednesday, same on Thursday, same on Friday. I don't list on Saturday or Sunday, but I'm still able to launch 25 items because I've drafted 37 every day of the week. And how many items do you sell in relation to that? Right now, I'm selling about 19 items a day. During quarter 4, I'm expecting to sell over 30 a day. Won't let you go so easy today, sir. Your presence was much awaited for. And yes, Jake, I have traveled a lot. I picked up 7 languages, and the only thing I learned is that home is where life puts you. Exactly. That's awesome. Yeah. There's this quote that says, you don't know anything about your own language until you learn another. And then you don't know anything about that language until you learn another. And so I know 2 languages, and learning Spanish taught me so much about English. Like, it was awesome. So everyone thinks like, wow, that must be so hard speaking 7 languages. And that's brutally tough. Like, I couldn't speak 7 languages, but I think you'll agree with me. It was much easier to learn the 3rd than it was the 2nd. It was easier to learn the 4th than the 3rd, easier to learn the 5th than the 4th, which sounds weird because it's like, oh, how do you keep all those memorized or whatever? But it's hard to explain. Once you learn another language, you don't have it like memorized. You just know it. It's weird. But yeah, that's awesome. Hey, J-Ride Flip and chat. Hey, what's up, Paula? Data fact, eBay customer base only in the UK is higher than Etsy's global user numbers. Oh, wow. Nice. All right, just landed. Catch the rest later. Take care, all. Where'd you go? Traveling is fun. Hopefully it was a good trip. No one has asked about feedback. How important is it? I see it as a personal reputation score. By the way, thanks for answering the questions. Yeah, so I get questions about this all the time. A lot of YouTubers say you need 100% feedback, which I think is a good thing to shoot for. But I've talked about this on my channel a lot. They did a study on people going to pizzerias in San Francisco, and they said the average person was more likely to go to a pizzeria that had 4.7 stars than 5 stars, because we have this psychological phenomena. And it's also very true that no one's perfect. And so how can they have a true 5-star? I'm going to go to one that has like a 4.7 or a 4.8 because everyone makes mistakes, and some customers are just dumb and will leave a negative review no matter what. So I'm going to go to the one that has 4.7 stars because it feels more real to me. So I do my best to have really good feedback. My feedback is above 99%. There's a few of them that I just couldn't get removed. So yeah, I do my best to provide a quality service, but you don't need 100% feedback to get sales on eBay. Thanks, as I did not know nothing about Ross, but was that a yes or a no? So to answer your question, would you accept Nike shirts for free? Yeah. Would you accept Pierre Millar shirts for free? Yeah. So just ask him what brands he's planning on sending to you. But usually Ross are things that haven't sold in the first place. So sometimes you get the worst of these brands, but if they're free and they're name brand, I'd pick them up. Do you have any future plans to expand to a storage unit or outside of working storage items with your personal residence? So I lived in a smaller place half a year ago, and I had a 1-car garage and a storage unit. Now I have a 2-car garage that fits everything, and I don't plan on having more than 3,000 items at a time. But I do plan on eventually moving. I'm in southern Utah right now. My wife and I plan on moving to northern Utah a while after she's done with soccer. And I plan on getting a warehouse where I can hold a ton of eBay items and have space to shoot incredible YouTube videos like Mr. Beast. So yeah, I do plan on getting a warehouse for my several businesses. I work at Nordstrom full-time from home. Maybe I should look there since I get a discount. Yeah, that's awesome. If you can get an employee discount on already discounted clothing, and then you can sell them for profit on eBay. No, I got one for you. I have a Tasmanian Devil life-size head that turned out to be a DVD player. The player is not working, but on the sculpt is huge and seems to be part of a 90s assembly. Yeah, I would sell that as parts for sure. I would sell it for parts and put Tasmanian Devil. I'm sure so it's a DVD player. Look, I'll tell you how much it's worth right now. Tasmanian Devil DVD player. It's a DVD player. Tasmanian. So I'm not seeing any DVD players currently listed, but I'm sure, Tasmanian Devil has a cult following. A lot of people love the Tasmanian Devil. Okay, guys, side note, I have some Roan shorts, really good brand, listed for $30, and someone offered me $10. What should I do? I'm going to make a counter offer of $25 and see where it goes from there. I have some Crocs, some camo Crocs listed for $29.87, and someone just offered me $20 for them. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Sorry. So yeah, I would definitely list that for parts. There's a cult following for the Tasmanian Devil. The last 3 languages came for free. Yeah, once you know a ton of languages, it just gets easier and easier. I was just about to say, especially if they're all Latin-based, because they all just build off of each other. On a lot of broken electronics for parts, perfect idea. A lot of broken electronics for parts, perfect idea. Thanks for the tip, man. Yeah, that's it's been a game changer for me. I like selling them in lots. Texas Lady says, all I know is English and Texan. LOL, great that people do know several. Yeah, Texan is a completely different language on its own sometimes. Sometimes even Utah. Like I don't pronounce mountain with a T. I just say mountain. It's like Mountain Dew. Some people make fun of me for that on the channel. It's kind of funny. I also don't drink Mountain Dew anymore, by the way. I'm a water guy. So on an unrelated note, if you guys want to stop doing something, just say you are something related or opposite. So I don't want to drink Mountain Dew anymore because it's not healthy for me. So every time I want to drink Mountain Dew, I just say, oh, I'm just a water guy. And then I go get some water. And every time I wake up in the morning, I say, oh, I'm just a water guy. And I just drink water all day long. I don't even drink juice or anything because I'm just a water guy. Unrelated, sorry. Before you had employees, what did your daily process look like and how did it look? So I have a video called How to Profit $100 a Day on eBay, and I go over that. So I would recommend watching that. It's a fairly detailed video that I think does a good job of explaining your exact question. What percentage of the 19 sales per day are men's shirts? Wondering if I can make it only doing men's shirts or primarily. I guess I just need to list more if going that route. I'd say 3, sometimes 5. I have about 650 men's shirts listed. So yeah, about 3 to 5 is a 0.5% sell through, which for men's clothing, I think is pretty good. So if you have 1,000, then you should expect to sell 5 per day. So yeah, men's clothing is pretty slow. But Daily Refinement, Tech and Sports, a lot of people in their group are only clothing resellers. And Tech and Sports makes millions every single year only selling clothes. So it's just understand that it's a slower sell-through rate. So you just got to get more. But also there are really, really fast, high sell-through clothing, but you just have to drive more to find those items. But yeah, you'll just learn along the way what you want to do. How many sales do you get a day during Q4 and Q1 versus summer slowdown? So I've I've only been growing my whole career on eBay. I've only been doing this for 2 years, and I was doing 5 a day listing. Then I was doing 10. Then I was doing 15. Then I was doing 20. Then I was doing 25. So I can't really tell you that exactly, because at the start of the month, I would be selling like 14. But by the end of the month, I was growing and growing and growing. So by the end of the month, I would be doing 19. And at the start of that next month, I would be doing 21. By the end of that month, I would be doing like 25, because I was growing. But right now, at the start of the year, I was selling about 24 a day. Now I'm selling 19. And then my prediction for Q4 is I will be selling 30 a day. And then this time next year, I'll be doing about 22. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens. I admire your work ethics. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that compliment. Just to let you know, your brothers knocked my door today, and we had a long and very nice chat to be continued. Hey, that's awesome. Master Maniac is referencing, I was a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I was there in Mexico, and I talked to Mexicans about Jesus, and looks like some elders of my church just knocked on his door to talk about Jesus too. I heard Utah is a great sourcing state. Get ready for this next video coming up. You guys are gonna be really jealous. Let me just show you a couple of examples. I got all of these today from one store. They were all $3 each. I'm holding about $800 of golf clubs in my hand. So one of them is, I'll show you this coolest one. This is a Tiger Woods Nike wedge. It's only $3. This is worth about $180. This one isn't in the best condition. I'll shine her up a little bit and probably get $130 for it. It was $3. I'll give you guys a little teaser for the video coming out. I think I ended up getting 185 items, and my average cost of goods was under $4, and they were all from thrift stores. So there was a ton of thrift stores where there was one thrift store I got 11 items, and the cost for everything was $22, so $2 per item. There was one where I got 29 items, and it was like $105. So the average cost was like $3.80. So yeah, that'll be a cool video for you guys. But yeah, Utah, everyone come move to Utah. It's a really good sourcing state. Or a CD player. Yeah. Talking about the Tasmanian thing. Sell it. Thank you very much. Appreciate the chat. Have a good night, everyone. Hey, thanks for coming out, Zach. Texas lady having a conversation. Philadelphia has its own language for sure. Yeah, my friend went on his LDS mission to Philadelphia, and he Philadelphian is sure a language. So you recommend best offer? I never have that on. Maybe I should. Yeah, I recommend best offer just because it's an additional way to make extra sales. You can sell things without best offer, but you're going to get more sales if you have best offer turned on for sure. And some people really just want to feel like they got a good deal. So like I have something listed for $29.87 all the time, and I get a $28 offer, and I automatically accept that. They just wanted to get an even better deal, and hey, I'm not gonna worry about $1.80. But I have it turned on and declines offers all the time. Just sell it if it seems like a good profit for you. Yeah, and you don't have to accept every offer that comes your way. I wonder if it's the same everywhere, but I do need permission from the city to put a shed in my backyard. My living room is full. Yeah, depends. So Texas lady can probably attest to you that if she's out in the sticks in Texas, she can kind of do whatever she wants. It just depends how rural or how urban your town is. At my house, for example, I'm supposed to get a permit to build a deck, but if I want a deck in my backyard, I'm just going to build it. I'm not going to ask anybody to do it. All right. Is it possible to book one-on-one coaching with you? Yeah. That's something that I may do. A lot of people are telling me that I should have a membership in my group that's a certain $1 per month, and I do like coaching one-on-one and with smaller groups. I'm thinking about doing that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if you want to reach out to me via email, I can go over a lot of questions and things like that. I'm excited about the sourcing video coming up. Yeah, I am too. Whoa, sneak peek. Yep. If you sell a lot of old toys, what would you clean them up and list them? Dusty or dry? Dusty or dirty? I would list them. So sometimes like I'll get like 80 Littlest Pet Shops. Littlest Pet Shops are awesome to sell. And I'll just put water and white vinegar in a bucket and I'll let them soak. And then I'll just dry them off with a rag. I also use the pink stuff. If I have an action figure that's hard to clean, then I'll just get a little bit of pink stuff on a toothbrush. And then this is a toy, this is a toothbrush. And then just clean up the toy and then use some spray and get it off. That's available in on my channel page. If you click on the little Amazon store, you can buy that and I will get like 18 cents, I think. But yeah, if you want to pick up some pink stuff or any cleaner, or if you want to buy anything off of Amazon, if you go through my link and then you buy like a sofa, I still get paid off of that sofa if it's within 24 hours, which is awesome. It's called Cookies. Cookies is a software that they use to track the buyer. So like my mom, every time she buys something off of Amazon, she just goes to my link and then buys it. And then I get 4% off of that. So it's cool. So yeah, if you guys want to buy anything off of Amazon, do it through my link. Much appreciated. I have a lot of people are just watching my items. I don't understand it. I am trying to get items to move. What should I do to get buyers versus watchers? So sometimes those watchers are your competition. So if you're selling something and someone else has it, they will watch your item. And then once it sells, they're like, okay, sweet. So he was able to get 40 for it. So it looks like I need to lower my price a little or things like that. You know, so sometimes it's not even people that want to buy your items that are watching your items. Like I have people that watch my items just to see if I'm actually like one person emailed me the other day and he was like, good on you for being honest. I watched several of your items to see if you truly mark them down after 45 days, and you did. I'm like, thanks. So not all watchers are potential buyers. Some people just watch your item, and some people just watch their item just to see how popular it is. And some people, if you're priced too high, like a ridiculous amount, some people will watch it just to see if it sells. Like I saw this Trae Young rookie card that I was interested in buying. It was like $490. I'm like, it's a little too much. So I watched it. And like 4 hours later, it sold. So, so yeah, not all watchers are potential buyers, unfortunately. But yeah, you just got to do the basics of eBay, have good titles, good pricing, send out offers, do all those good things to get things to move. Sorry. We have to get a permit here if we live in a town. It's less than $20 normally. Yep, referencing building things in your backyard. Some states are more strict on it. Some don't care. Some cities are super strict on it. Some don't care. There's this terrible thing called HOAs, homeowners association. I currently live in one, and this one isn't too bad. But like, if I wanted to build a fence, I'd have to get an okay from the association, and it would have to look like everyone else's fence in the neighborhood, which can get kind of annoying sometimes. Stay Home to Shop says, what is a good click-through and conversion rate for a non-YouTubers on eBay? That is a difficult question to answer because if you have iPhones for sale, I would say a good click-through rate is like 30%. If you have a Tommy Bahama shirt, I would say a good click-through rate is like 0.4%. So it depends on what you're selling. If you're an everything seller, I would shoot for a 1% click-through rate. And then of those 100 clicks, a 1% sell-through rate. And that usually gets you. I know that sounds super, 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 super small, but that's how people create multi-million-dollar businesses is they send out an email to 20 million people and only 1% actually buy, but 1% of 20 million, if you're selling something for $4, 20 million, 1% is what is that? 200,000? 200,000 times 5, you make $10 million for sending out one email, and that's at 0.1%. It's great numbers. I'm curious if you reduce your prices roughly 20% across the board for everything now, much it would affect your sales today on average per day. What would be your guesstimation? Yeah, if I put my whole store 20%, I think I'd sell 45 items today. If I put my whole store 50%, I would probably sell 150 or 200 items today, would be my guesstimation. I live smack dab in the center of a little city. Yeah, yeah, they might get after you if you try to build a shed in the back. Some buyers will look for a certain thing. If there's 5 listed, they watch all 5 and decide which one to buy. Yep. And some of them are just waiting for the offer as well. So if you get your offer in first, if someone beat you, if I want to buy the pink stuff and I watch 5 of them that are all at $20 free shipping, the first person to send me an offer for $16 gets my sale. But I'm not really that buyer though. I just buy things when I need them. What is a click-through rate? A click-through rate is if this item was presented on eBay 100 times, 100 people saw it on eBay, and then 5 people clicked on it to get more details on it, then that has a 5% click-through rate. And then if one of the 5 people that clicked on it bought it, then that would be a 20% sell-through rate from the click-through rate. I live with HOA forbidding home business, but not one rats, so it's not enforced. But no one rats, so it's not enforced. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually technically allowed to run a business from my house either. But I don't have a business where people have to come to my house, so I don't think there would be any issue there. I'm going to also get dinner. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for the words of encouragement. Jake, I'll keep you up to date with my journey. Thanks so much. Cass, do you think you'll ever sell and whatnot? Hey, Cass, you always leave a ton of really awesome comments on my videos, so thank you for that. They declined my $25 offer on the Rome shorts, everybody. Wow. Yeah, again, I'm kind of waiting for Whatnot to reach out to me and say, hey, let's do a brand partnership, because I heard that you get like $25 for every time someone signs up and uses their code. So that'd be pretty sick. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I might do some Whatnot. I might like purge 200 clothing items a month that haven't, or every 3 months or so that haven't sold, and then just let them fly, things like that. I'd like to do Whatnot. I like the platform, and I obviously love doing lives. I think I have a decent personality for it, so I'd do that. But yeah, don't think I heard, maybe you haven't said, but how was the Hawaii vacation? It was awesome. Yeah, me and my wife really enjoyed that. If anybody goes to Hawaii, it's expensive, but I recommend getting a rental car, so that way you're not just bound to doing things in your immediate area. The first day we drove completely around the island we stayed on to see everything, and then we planned our trip according to that. So it was really awesome. But yeah, the trip was super fun. But with that, there's no question, so I guess we'll go ahead and end here. I hate this part of YouTube. I just want to throw this out there. If any of you guys want to join the channel, any membership gets access to the weekly podcast that I do every Wednesday. I would love it if you guys wanted to sign up for that. I wanted to thank everybody for the 2 super stickers today. That was really awesome. Thank you guys so much. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to do everything I can to grow and help the eBay community become a more positive place. I'm going to give extreme value in all aspects of my life on this YouTube and eBay channel. And I'm going to help you guys get to a point where you're making a full-time income on eBay. So I really appreciate everyone coming out. Matt, just this last question here says, bro, just now I had an item for $60, received an offer for 45. I countered with 53. He declined and just bought it full price. Just bought it full price. That's interesting. Nice, man. Keep that up. This is what for $60, if someone offered me 45, I would have accepted that. But countering at 53 was also a good strategy too. So good on you. But I'm also a lot further along in my eBay journey. If I was, I think you said you're relatively new. If I was in my first few months, I probably would have countered as well just to get extra profit. But accepting offers can really explode your business by getting quicker sales. But yeah, good on you, man. Full price sell. Love to hear it. Thank you. Appreciate your videos. Thanks, Texas Lady. Do you think eBay is out of control with promoted listings? We went over this a little bit. I don't. I think promoted listings is just part of being a business owner. And if you're a hobby seller, you don't have to use them. But if you are serious about making money on eBay, I would definitely use promoted listings. Global shipping is available to all. I shut down my store 2 years ago. I get 250 free listings each month. They work well for me as needed. Been at this for 15 plus years, still learning each day from YouTubers. That's awesome, Dan. Great advice, great information, great mindset. That was a really great comment. Thank you. I'm glad I didn't just exit off. I'm glad I read all these before hopping off. I think we can all learn from Dan Miller here. 15 years in, he's not super stressed about growing his store a ton. He's not super stressed about all these things. He still is continuing to learn from other YouTubers and other people that are working every day in this. And it's okay to just use his 253 listings each month and not grow past that. That was a really good comment. Thanks, man. Thank you so much from Scotland, UK. Early days, but thanks for the tips. Really appreciate them. Hey, I love the UK. I know I already said goodbye, but on my eBay analytics, it says a lot of people find me through searching eBay UK seller. And I think it's because every time someone talks to me from the UK, I kind of like talk to them for a minute and highlight it. But yeah, people type in eBay selling and they come to my channel. People type in eBay, they come to my platform. And then one of the major categories, people type in eBay UK reseller, then they come to my channel. I had an offer on my last list, on my last L, of a certain style shirt. I was going to accept it, $2 less than ask, but I couldn't. Don't know why until I saw someone snag the last large at full price. Yeah. Gotta accept those offers. And then based on your guesstimation, that would more than double your sales on average just by reducing your prices by 20%. If you were able to source enough products, your total profit would be more, right? Yeah. Yeah. Source more, make more. Source more, sell more, make more. Unfortunately, sometimes you are like, oh, okay, well, I want to source more. So instead of picking up the fast moving items, you start picking up more duds. So it's not linear like that. If I pick up 20 fast selling items, but then I stay at the same store and I pick up 40 items, those last 20 aren't going to have as fast of a sell through. So my sales won't double. They'll go up by probably 15%, but they won't go up by 100% because I'm picking up less profitable and slower sell through items to get to 40. So I've been trying to stay consistent, listing daily 3 to 4 items. Great job. Sales have increased for sure on busy days that I just can't find time to list or have inventory because of my full-time job. Do you think ending older items and selling similar will have the same effect? Not the same effect, but I that's a huge debate on eBay on the YouTube sphere. I think if you delist, relist, I would make changes. So like change the pricing for sure, because they've been in your on your store for a while. I would delete them, lower them in price, and then relist them. But I wouldn't just delete them, make no changes, and relist them. I don't think you get as much of an algorithmic boost. You still get some, but not as much. What's a good promotion rate to use? I went over this in the group podcast. I would start at 2.1%. And then if you're happy with the sales, stay there. If you'd like a little bit more, go to 2.5. If you're happy, stay there. If you'd like a little bit more, go to 3. If you're happy, stay there. And then just find that sweet spot. Okay, sweet. So yeah, again, thank you guys for coming out. Again, if you guys would like to join the channel, just hit the join button. Any membership gets you access to that podcast that I reference. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to live out my dream. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Be looking for my sourcing video coming out Sunday or early next week. Really appreciate you guys. Have a good time. And